about 6 minutes away from class starting and I want some coffee. So I just left in, but I'm gonna make some coffee and barely like make it to class today.
Black Panther Party's self-defense stance was also portrayed as an extreme example of the wrong way to protest.
It's been such a long day and a long week, and it's only Wednesday. Welcome to the vlog. Just got out of my contracts class and then I went to office hours. This last couple of days have been much more crazy than I really like it to be. I've really gotten the experience of what it feels like to read during the week instead of read during the weekend like I like to do. And let me tell you guys, I will not be doing this again. I can't handle it. I don't know how people do handle it. Maybe it's because they get used to it, but it's just wow, there's not enough time to do everything you need to do and also do the reading. Essentially, I was not able to do the reading during the weekend because if you don't notice, it is a change of scenery from the last vlog, and I'm back home now. So we spent the entire weekend driving from Washington back down to Palm Desert where we are, and I didn't get to do my scheduled reading like you guys know that I do over the weekends. This week has taught me that I have never been so happy to have given up my weekends, because during the week there's just not enough time to spend reading the way that I like to read, or at least I have been accustomed to read during the weekend, because the weekend I have like the entire day, like let's say, you know, Friday to read for contracts, and if one case takes me like an hour, I have that hour. Like I can just take the hour and spend the time really understanding the case, really working myself through the case, working myself through the questions at the end of the case, and really understanding. Whereas during the week, for the last like 2 days or something, the time is just ticking because I have so many things to do. I get out of class and then I have to do my reading, and then I have another like class, and then I do my reading, and then I want to go on Zoom to go do, you know, student organization stuff, and there's just not enough time in a day. I am happy to see you guys though, so thank you so much for stopping by this video and choosing to spend some of your wonderful time with me while I stress. So I do want to take a 30 because I'm tired and I want to eat lunch and possibly drink water because I feel dry like a prune, but I also want to first set down my to-do list, just because when days are really busy it really helps to see everything written down. So the first thing on my to-do list is to work on my annotated outline for my open memo. I've talked about my closed memo before in a different video, and now I have an open memo. For those of you who do not know, it's basically like a legal office memo where you're given kind of like a set of facts for, say, a potential client in a firm, and your job as like a junior associate is to look at these set of facts, look at the research or do research, and figure out whether, according to these facts, if you were to take this case to court, it would either succeed or fail. The last memo, which was the closed memo, was a case based on primary assumption of risk. So we had to answer the question based on the research: if we take this case to court based on the facts, would it succeed or would it be like barred? For the open memo, it is a different question, and I do have an open universe. Open universe means I just have a lot more cases to be able to look at, and I'm doing the research myself. For the closed memo, because it wasn't graded, next thing on the list, I have to do my readings for crim class tomorrow because I couldn't finish the entire thing on Monday because I had other things to do and blah blah blah. So I have to do the reading for crim. If I have time, I want to do my readings for contracts, but today is mostly just focused on working on the annotated outline, doing the legal research for my open memo. So I did get the feedback for my closed memo, and I told you guys that I would update, and it wasn't bad per se. So I'm saying that knowing that in class she used 2 of my paragraphs on like the PowerPoint for what not to do. So get on my level. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't really bad. I think that overall with like law students and stuff, they may have expected a lot of us to handle it badly, because right afterwards our professional development class was about how to deal with feedback. I think that all the work that I did spiritually in trying to let go of control that I, trying to control everything. Just getting to the path where I'm taking care and checking my ego really helped me with being in a position where I can handle feedback and actually be kind of an open book to learn. Law school can be a little brutal when it comes to feedback. I mean, my entire paper is tatted. My papers have never been tatted like this before, so I can see how someone might take this and lose it. I'm glad that I've worked on myself like that. Someone please remind me of this after finals. Remind me of this conversation, please. Done, and it's only 8:40, which is pretty early. I did think that I was done like an hour ago, and then I checked my email and he had sent more supplemental cases, and I was like, I know you fucking lied. So I had to do that, and then I did like an extra case just in case. I won't complain too much because it is like the homicide cases now. They're a lot more interesting, as terrible as that may actually sound, because it's homicide, people have died. They're a lot more interesting to read and to kind of work through, and watching the Quimby videos is always fun for me, at least. So that made it easier to kind of get through the cases. I also won't complain much at all, or shouldn't complain at all, because I was reminded today that I'm in a very lucky position in that the only thing I really have to do is learn. There's a lot of people who I'm sure would love to be in my position, or would even just love to be going to school, who are not, and I don't really have that many responsibilities outside of really sitting down and learning. I'm really grateful. Like, I'm really tired, but I'm grateful. Shout out to my spirit guides for getting us here, getting me here.
Inhale, bring your hands above your head. Exhale, your hands to heart center. The divine in you.
Her willingness to take on the litigation of these issues really helped shape America's consciousness.
You guys, happy day. I've been out of class for a while. I hopped into a Zoom session to honor Justice Ginsburg because obviously it's such a devastating loss for women and justice and law, just all around, and it was really beautiful. It's actually still going on right now, so I'm going to listen to it while I'm doing my continuous work. I thought that I had my contracts class tomorrow on Fridays. For those of you guys who are new, I usually have it only on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, but Duke and I think other schools do this thing called a makeup day, because on Monday we did not have contracts, so at least I thought that he had scheduled the makeup day for this Friday. I read the email wrong. It is next Friday, so I don't have to do that reading today, and I'm so happy about it. Like, I'm so happy about it. Like, I would have done it, but oh my god, I'm so happy I don't have to do it. I am going to use the next hour to just kind of plan out my study schedule. I want to plan everything down to like the letter of how I want my Friday to Sunday to be, and I just want to do that right now. I'm gonna do it, and then we're gonna go over it together. Scheduling is done, I believe, for the weekend. I like to do it today, Thursday, because my weekend, I think I said it, starts Friday. It is pretty much done. So tomorrow I have class in the morning, tomorrow, which is Friday, and then I'm probably going to work out in the morning because I haven't been able to really work out this week. I want to make sure that I work out. Then I had to start my contracts reading. It is on relational contracts for next week. It's 10 cases. It's actually a little bit more than that, but I don't want to read more than that because it depends on how the class goes. I do know that since we have 4 classes next week, we probably will get through the entire section on relational contracts. I also want to go and fix my contracts notes because last vlog I got cold called and I didn't write down anything. It's not that big of a deal because I was told that when you get cold called, you remember the cases you got cold called on, and that's 100% correct. I just don't have anything written down and I want to go back and write stuff down. I also want to just fix my notes overall because some of them are looking a little bit like I understand them, but they could look better, and I just want to go back and fix that. I also want to read my supplement for contracts on, I think, on the last chapter that we did, just in case, if I have time. If not, then I'll just go to office hours. That's what office hours are for. For my open memo work, I want to read the cases that I gathered for my outline that I just submitted yesterday. I want to gather all the facts. I want to fully read the cases. I have my civil procedure reading. I only have 2 cases for this class. This class is a little behind. I like the professor a lot in that he's behind. I'm sure he obviously knows he's behind, but he's not trying to rush through the cases like at all. For LARW, for my open memo, I want to do whatever's left over from Saturday and then get started on the rule section, which is just the rule, stating the rule, and then the rule explanation section. I probably won't do a lot during this day, but I want to get started on it. Obviously I want to also work out, so that is my schedule. I'm gonna go cook dinner now. We're making a vegan curry, or I decided we're making a vegan curry and he's gonna help, and we need to get started because dinner is soon. So I'm gonna go to the kitchen, get everything prepared, make some food, hopefully it tastes good. Just winding down the night and also about to end the vlog. I am still so happy that we didn't have like class today, or at least my contract class wasn't today, because I almost forgot that today was the full moon. Took a shower. I just finished doing my little full moon ritual. Actually, the journal prompt that I wrote in the last vlog, I actually ended up burning that for today's releasing full moon ritual, just because it had a bunch of, you know, my fears on it, and I just wanted to let that go. So I just burnt that. I burned some candles, did some incense, some meditation, and I just put my candles out in the full moon so that they can charge. You can actually see her over here. Finishing off the night, finishing off the vlog. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. I hope you guys had a wonderful new moon, and whatever your intentions are and whatever you are trying to manifest, I hope that they do in fact manifest. I also want to add that the chickpea curry that I made went by fast. Like, there's none left anymore. Everyone complimented me on it. I actually ended up not using the recipe because we didn't have some of the stuff in like required for the recipe, so I just kind of went along with whatever I had, and it turned out great. So I will include the recipe down below and you can just freestyle if you want to still turn out really awesome. I am going to say good night and I'll see you guys in the next vlog.